Hello, and welcome to episode 22 of True 100% Plus. I think I've been saying True 100% for the past few episodes, but no, it's supposed to be True 100% Plus. But yeah, hi. This episode is going to be somewhat unusual. The fact that it's not... Well, I did this in one sitting, which is unusual for me. I kind of wish I did live commentary, actually. But yeah, I decided to make an easy episode, take a break. And did a few tasks which were a little easy. So today we're gonna play all the the arcade mini games, and we're gonna do all the dances at the nightclub, which will obviously have to have the music removed, which will be kind of weird, but I'll talk about that later. But yeah, first off, just take a bike. I felt like just cycling around instead of driving a car. Yeah, just gonna take a bike and go down to this bar here, the 10 Green Bowls, yeah, that's what it's called, and play a few mini games. So straight in, and the first one we're gonna try is this one. The arcade cabinet says "Be Gone," but the game is actually called, and now I need to open the thing back up because I'm an idiot. It's called "Let's Get Ready to Bumble," which is kind of funny. I don't know why the title was changed. No idea. They obviously didn't update the arcade machine texture. But yeah, here it is. I'm gonna get the high score in it, basically. So the high score is 1,000, and that's it. This is the game. So I should say that when I did this recording, I did absolutely no research. Well, not absolutely no research, but normally these things I try to do everything first off to see what it's about, and then I would by the way, I've already beat the high score, and then I would try to research it and find out as much about it as I could and figure it out and make a good plan and stuff, and then actually record the episode. But yeah, I've been pretty stressed out lately, and I kind of want to just spend today, which is Wednesday, chilling out. Maybe start recording for the next episode as well. But yeah, I decided to just make this a really easy to do episode for me. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is that I didn't practice any of this. I didn't practice, and I didn't research it. So I have absolutely no idea what the game entails. I know there are 4 mini-games, and I know where to find them. That's it. That's all I did. So, this is the first time I've ever played this game before. Well, I say that, I have vague memories of doing this before. Like, I knew the premise. I knew I'm like a bee and I have to pick up those little flower things. From like playing the game casually a while ago, and that's it. That's all I really knew. Obviously the game's been happening in the background for a little bit now. I'll explain the game, I guess. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that today I'm not going to 100% everything. I'll do that at a later date. I'll find out what the theoretical limit of every game is and try to get there or whatever. Maybe there isn't one. If there isn't one, then I'll probably set some arbitrary goal, but yeah. So I'm not true 100%ing these today, but I just wanted to do them, basically. In the master save, I'll play each game, but I probably won't true 100% plus it until later on down the line, when I have all these absurd, ridiculous goals I have to do. So yeah, anyway, this is Let's Get Ready to Bumble. I'm a bee, and you have to fly around and pick up these flowers on these leaves, but you also have to avoid the thorns. So the way the game works is that the bee falls down constantly, and you can press space to flap your wings, and you can move left and right. That's the only control you have. So you've got left and right, and you've got up, and you're constantly falling down, unless you're on top of a leaf where you sit on it, obviously. Like this. There you go. And you can bump into the leaves, and if you touch the thorns, you die, obviously, and then it teleports you to the closest leaf. And I have 4 lives, as indicated by the bottom right, and then the bottom left is how many flowers are left in this level, and the thing in the middle is the timer, how long I have to complete the level. Each level is randomly or procedurally generated. It's probably just random rather than procedural. I don't know if there's a procedure it follows. It just seems completely random how it makes it. So each level is randomly generated. Yeah, I get a little stuck here. And yeah, so there's like, it's probably a game that will go on forever. It's not like every level is handcrafted or anything, which I thought it might be, but it isn't. So there's no end to the game. It would probably go on forever. I mean, there might be a limit where like the game breaks and it can't make any more levels, but yeah. So yeah, what I noticed was, as I'm like mapping out how the game works in my head, I've noticed that it likes to bunch leaves together like that on the same V-axis, the same up and down, and then it likes to put vines or thorns on the same V-axis as well. So you can see there's always thorns next to each other, not always, but majority of the time there's thorns next to each other, and they're always near leaves, and the closer to the top you get, the harder it seems to get. So I'm approaching the top of this level now, because I always go from bottom to top, and it seems to get a little bit harder where it just puts the thorns closer to the leaves every time. What else did I notice when I was playing? I'm trying to make like a route of every level in my head as I'm doing it. So there I went up and then down and then back up again. Oh yeah, and the right side of the screen you can always travel up. Nothing ever seems to block you on the right hand side. On the left hand side, leaves can block you sometimes, but never on the right. Yeah, and as the level gets later on, it seems to take longer and longer to generate. It's kind of funny. Also, there's a glitch. It probably won't happen now. I'll be quiet for a second. I think it might here. There you go, that leaf. So if you pay attention, you'll notice that my flowers went down by 2 when I hit that leaf, and it made 2 noises. It seems like there's a bug, or maybe it's intended, or maybe it's just an oversight. It's probably just an oversight. But sometimes leaves can generate, like, there you go, like multiple leaves in the same thing. So you can have like 2 or more leaves spawn in the same position, and then you pick up the flower and you get like multiple at the same time and stuff. That happens. Yeah, there's another one. It seems to happen quite a lot on the levels that take a long time to generate. Maybe it's like, maybe I haven't read the script obviously, but I am familiar with making procedurally generated games. So maybe it just like chose for a cycle of randomly placing leaves about, and if it like in an illegal place, then it tries again until it keeps. If it keeps finding illegal spots, then it just gives up and lets it be in an illegal spot and then moves on to the next one. So maybe that's why these buggy levels seem to take longer to generate. Like the random seed they're using just seems to generate multiple leaves on the same spot, and it tries to avoid it, but then it keeps happening until eventually it just gives up and lets it happen. But it takes like a long CPU time to do that, right? Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense to anyone who's like not programming or anything. But yeah, that's what I think's happening. I found it really interesting trying to like figure out exactly how the game works just from playing it rather than just like reading the code, because I'd imagine the code is in like the main script that's been not decompiled, but is that right terminology? People are going to get angry at me when I say wrong stuff. But the code for the main like mission scripts and stuff that we can read, this is probably in there, so we probably know exactly how this game works if you read it enough. But yeah, I like figuring out how it works just by playing it. And yeah, I'm babbling on now about things that don't really matter. Yeah, this is it. I actually like this game. This is my favourite of all the games that I played today, which is kind of unfortunate because this isn't the best. This isn't the greatest game in the world, but I actually kind of enjoyed it quite a lot, and I played it for a really long time. Eventually, I figure out once I start paying attention to my score that the amount of time I have left at the end of the level determines how much bonus points I get. The game doesn't tell you that, so I assume it's happening, right? So towards the end I start going a bit faster because I realise I've been playing this for ages, and I decided to go faster to try and get score quicker, but also because I'm going faster I make mistakes, right? It seems like I normally have tons of time left at the end. Like right now I have like 30 seconds left before the end of the level, so I always seem to get there early enough. I don't think the time ever increases that it gives you. Yeah, it's just always 2 minutes. But yeah, so towards the end, like after like level 8, I think, I was like, yeah, okay, maybe like here, now that I bumped into that leaf. This is when I kind of stopped giving a shit and try to kill myself, because this is taking too long. Yeah, I don't have too much to say. This is quite fun. I would have actually liked to make a game like this. This is a lot of fun. I'm interested how the collision on the leaves work. Like, sometimes it pops you up, like it just did to me then. And then other times it bounces you out the bottom. I feel like it might be using your vertical speed as a determiner of whether you're on top of the leaf or not. Kind of like Super Mario. So, for those who don't know what I mean, if the bee is travelling downwards and then I hit the leaf, it assumes I've hit the leaf from the top, right? Because how could I hit the bottom of the leaf if I was travelling down? That doesn't make any sense. So if I have a negative vertical velocity, so if I'm going downwards, it assumes I'm landing on top of the leaf and it pops me on top of it. But if I have a positive vertical velocity, so if I'm going up, it assumes I'm hitting the bottom of the leaf, because how could I hit the top of the leaf if I was going up, right? It doesn't make any sense. That's what I assume is happening, but I haven't really paid too much attention to it. I think just then it kind of like did the opposite of what I said. I don't know. I don't know how the collision works. I imagine they've done it like really jankily. Like, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to make a game inside of a game before. I certainly haven't, and I doubt any of you have, but I imagine it's not the easiest thing in the world. Especially when they were probably given like a day to make this game or something. Like a load of interns were just given the task to make a load of crappy minigames. Right? So it was probably like very minimal effort put into this. Maybe Rockstar just had like a game jam day or something, and then a few employees made these. I don't know. I don't know how the production process works inside Rockstar internally. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'd love to know the story of how this game was made. Yeah, I mean, it's not too much else to say about it. I tried to, figure out a load of stuff about it, so I have something interesting to say here, like, talk about it technically. But really, it's just a really simple, fun game. Oh, I'll kill myself there. Yeah, this is when I start playing a lot sloppier to try and go faster, and to try and end your suffering of watching me play this. But yeah, I just cheese the whole thing. I just hug the right wall and go upwards whenever I have a difficulty like this. Like, I could have gone in between the leaves, but I decided to just moving my microphone. Sorry, I decided to just go to the right. Yeah. And honestly, past like level 3 or maybe 5, the game really doesn't get much harder. Ah, I died there. That's unfortunate. Let me pay attention to how many flowers there are to get. Like, how many are on this level? 50. Is there always 50 flowers? There might always be 50 flowers. I don't know. It probably did stop scaling the difficulty really a really long time ago, so I'm kind of just playing basically the same level over and over again at this point. And yeah, if I played properly, I would gain more lives than I lost, right? And I have no idea when this ends, so I didn't feel like, yeah, here we go, now I'm going really fast and doing dumb shit. But yeah, I didn't feel like playing this forever. I will at some point, obviously. Later on in True 100%, I will play this for like 6 hours straight or something really stupid to try and see what the highest score you can get is. But I will do that much later. Much later in the playthrough, not now. I'm leaving all of that really, really stupid shit to the very end. And that's like a year from now or whatever, when I'm running out of things to do, I'll just do like all these really stupid things. Basically, I'm just going to keep this playthrough going forever. I'm going to milk this baby. Yep, still flying a bee. If you wanted to, you can fly horizontally by like tapping the spacebar. That's like here. Do I do it? No, I take the correct route and go down that way. Yeah, too smart. Too smart. The game wants me to fly through thorns all the time, but I'm just like too smart. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so you see, I'm like tapping spacebar when I fly over the thorns, and here as well. There you go. Wow, level 10, double digits. Woo! Yeah, there isn't really too much else to say. I don't know how the spawning works. I would imagine it just puts me on the lowest leaf, right? And sometimes it generates a leaf on the bottom of the level, where there's like a line of thorns, and then other times it doesn't. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, bouncing on the leaf is like another mechanic. There's so few mechanics in this. And you can see how, like, sometimes I just pop on top of the leaf. Do I do it here? Yeah, see, I like pop on top of it. I think it is because I'm like traveling downwards. I'm not sure. If you really want to, I guess you could try and explore this game more, or maybe if someone really wants to, they could read the code and shit. But yeah. Oh yeah, the music. I didn't talk about the music. Let me shut up for a minute and listen to the music. Do 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 do. It's like such generic-y video game music, arcade music, right? And all of these things are supposed to be, you know, Rockstar. It's all supposed to be jokes about like tropes in the industry and stuff, I guess. Yeah, this game is actually like really peaceful and just fun to play. I think I said it already, but I'll say it again. Like, of all the mini games in this game, all the arcade mini games, this one's definitely my favourite. It's not the most technically impressive, but I mean, these are like small little mini games, so I don't think we're worried about that. Anyway, I'm on 0 lives now. I've like sufficiently killed myself enough. But I got to the point where I was like, oh shit, I actually kind of want to get 10,000 points, because I'm so close to getting 10,000. So now I'm like trying to go for 10,000 points. So I'm like, I'm trying to go fast still to get the bonus points, but I'm trying to not kill myself as well. Yep, still just flying around. Don't worry, by the way, this is the longest minigame I play. The other ones I don't play for nearly as long, because they're way worse. I just get sick of them. I don't know. Every time I think something's really bad and everyone's going to hate watching it, it turns out everyone in the comments is like, oh, I loved watching this. It's like, what are you talking about, Josh? This is great. It's like, oh, okay. So maybe everyone's loving the crap out of this. I don't know. What would this level generate like? Ooh. Ah, look here. Okay, so I don't know if you saw it, but at the very bottom of the screen, there was a leaf with a flower on it. This is the level that fucks me over. So, yeah, I guess the starting point is not the lowest leaf. So I have absolutely no idea how the game determines where you spawn at the start. But yeah, at the very bottom right of the screen, there was like a leaf poking up. I thought I just missed it at the start. I thought I was just an idiot. But no, it was hidden. I'm so glad I managed to watch that back and notice that. So yeah, I'm gonna get... Spoilers, I'm going to get to the end of this level and then realise I have one flower left. But thankfully I instantly figure out what happened, because I was kind of paranoid it was going to happen the entire time. So I head straight down and try to get it. Yeah, see, there I'm demonstrating how, like, as soon as I start travelling downwards, I can, like, pop on top of the leaf. So I don't touch the leaf until I head down, and then I touch it and it teleports me on top. So maybe, I'm pretty sure it does work like that. Maybe I'm wrong though. Boo, 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 boo. So yeah, here we go. There's one leaf left. I'm thinking to myself, oh, it might be a glitched inside of itself one, but it probably isn't. And yeah, it isn't. So now I have to... Now I'm like checking all the way down. See, I hug the right where I know I can't die. And I'm just checking the whole time. I would like just drop all the way down, but then I'd probably fly into the thorns and kill myself, and I didn't want to do that. Now I'm thinking about it though, it wouldn't actually be that bad, because it would probably teleport me to the right leaf if I did that. Yeah, okay, well, never mind. I guess I did it anyway. There you go. See, I missed the last leaf. What a rip-off. So dumb. But I managed to get it, and we're still going. And I'm almost at 10,000 points, and I've got 1 life left. Oh, okay, I've got no lives left. Careful. So yeah, it's also, that's another thing I could talk about. It's weird how the flowers only ever spawn on the left, on the right, and they never, like, switched it. Because it makes it so that staying on the right is just way better. And yeah, there we go. That was one thing I forgot to talk about, but that's the end. I unfortunately did not make 10,000 points. But yeah, like I said, for everyone who's spazzing out, I'll go back and I will absolutely true 100% plus all of these minigames. But just not now. This is supposed to be my day off. Alright, so next game, Go Space Monkey, with 1,000 points for the high score. So this game is a horizontal shooter, or a shmup. It's not really a shmup, is it, or a bullet hell. It's like way easier than that. It's just crap. This game's crap. It's really easy. You just spam spacebar to shoot, and the enemies that are travelling from right to left die. And sometimes they drop power-ups, and then you pick up the power-ups, and that's it. If they reach the other side of the screen, they take some score away, I think. I don't know. I really didn't care enough. And as you've noticed, I've already beat the high score. I'm at 5,000 points, the high score is 1,000. So at this point, I kind of just kill myself. Not intentionally, I just stopped caring, to be honest. There you go. And it seems like when you die, you lose all your power-ups as well. So you have to like regather your power-ups. Maybe this game changes the later on you get. It seems like the more power-ups you pick up, the faster the enemies get. So, I mean, if you really wanted to cheese it, you could probably just never pick up a power-up and make it super easy. I'm not sure, though. I didn't test. But honestly, I really didn't care. That game was crap. Maybe there's like different enemies later on or whatever, but it just seemed awful to me. And hey, 10,625 points. Wow, good high score, game. Fucking hell. Just instantly smashed that one without even trying. So yeah, you could see the difference in quality of the games, right? Like, fuck that game. So yeah, right now I think, oh man, it can't possibly get any worse than that, right? It gets worse. So yeah, the weather's all stormy and stuff, which is nice. Good thing I decided to take my day off when the weather was crap, so I didn't have to try and do anything difficult with rain and thunder and stuff. And I get sprunk here for literally no reason. Alright, so yeah, now I travel to Grove Street. Nice wheelie. Sick wheelie. Oh, look at that. Do I get a wheelie bonus? Do I get a wheelie bonus? I want to see it. Oh, $31. And here's basketball. But the basketball doesn't spawn. There is no basketball. You can't play basketball until you have completed tagging up turf, which is a mission later on, which I had no idea about. So everyone that kept telling me to play basketball, and myself, we were all wrong. You actually can't play basketball at the start of the game. Oh yeah, and there was that eye thing. I'll collect all of those information things later, but not now. But yeah, can't play basketball. Just to show you that it wasn't like a glitch and the basketball didn't just spawn or something. I travelled to the other basketball court, and there is no ball. Nothing. So that'll have to wait until later in the playthrough. I was kind of upset. I actually wanted to play basketball, but nope, doesn't spawn. So yeah, I just wanted to show that in this episode to get that out of the way, so people stop asking me to play basketball. And right, yeah, so now I head to the 24/7 store to play the last two remaining arcade machines. So we played Go Space Monkey and Let's Get Ready to Bumble. And now the things that are left are Duology and They Came From Uranus, which is a great title for a video game. 6 stoppy, oh, $4. Nice. Alright, so here's the 24/7, the 69-cent saw. And this is Duology. So, if you don't know how this game works, I certainly didn't. This is me trying to figure it out. So there's two high scores, both 10,000, which is absurd. If it was 1,000, it would have been way better. So there's two different high score lists, and here's the game. So it's kind of like Asteroids. So I'm like trying to figure out the controls. It's like, right, I can move, I can shoot, and there's things I need to blow up. So I'm like, okay, I'll blow up the things. But then my score changes colour. Can you figure out how this works yet? You shoot the little things, nothing happens. What is happening? Anyone figure it out in the audience? Don't know why I'm saying that. Like I'm doing this live or something for a live studio audience. Oh, now my score is white and it's 2. And I lose score when I shoot. But only when I'm in white. And then I pick up black and it changes. And oh yeah, and if I pick up these things, the green bar goes up. The green bar is my boost, I guess. There you go. Yeah. Shoot those things. Do I shoot those things? No. I'm just like traveling around. It's like, oh yeah, there's like a gravitational force acting on me, which is really confusing. Like I'm being pulled around by the game and I don't know why. It's like, is there gravity up or down or something? It's like, I can't figure it out. It looks like I figured out the game now. Yeah, I figured out what I need to do. Have you figured it out? It's probably a bit difficult when you're not actually playing. Alright, I'll tell you how it works. So, after a lot of trial and error, again, I didn't research this. I might be wrong about some things, but I literally just, this is what I've gathered from playing. There are 2 high scores because there is 2 scores. You have a white score and a black score, and it seems like they add and subtract from one another. So you get white score by blowing up black things and picking up white things, and you get black score for, you know, the opposite. So the little white things, when you pick them up, they give you 5 white score, and the big black things, when you shoot them, they give you 10 white score, and then vice versa for the black. And it also seems that the black spheres have a gravitational pull on them, so they pull you in. They pull you into them, and the white spheres have the opposite effect of pushing you away, so you can't fly towards them. I still haven't actually researched this. There's probably a few things. I want to explain how I think the game works, and then I'll read about it and see if I'm correct. Yeah, picking up the white balls or the black balls seems to... Those small ones, they're pickups. The big ones are shootables. Seems like it gives you your boost bar back, so you can jet around a bit more. I'm picking up loads of things and getting points. And yeah, and the white balls have like a magnetic force on them that pushes you away, and the black ones have like a positive pull. They pull you towards them, right? And every time I shoot, I lose 1 point. So I have to be careful not to just spam shoot everything. That's how the game works. And I have to get 10,000 points. I'm at 250. Yeah. So if you don't like the look of this, imagine how I felt. Never played this before, and I was like, oh my god, this is awful. It's an interesting concept. Having, you know, 2 high scores and 2 ways to play the same game, but they're the same. It's like, do you want to shoot the things that pull you in, or do you want to shoot the things that push you away? It's really, really weird. And yeah, it doesn't make much sense. Also, it seems like when you touch the black spheres, you take damage. And I guess when you touch the white ones, they heal you. I mean, I don't think I ever did it, because I was kind of happy to die when I did. But I'm guessing that's what happens. It's like the opposite effect all the time. So, but it seems like the small pickups don't have the opposite effect other than score. From what I can gather, I mean, I'm only picking up the white balls, so maybe the black balls restore health instead of boost, or maybe they take away boost or something. I don't know. I really wasn't sure. Yeah, this is it. I play this for a really long time. So long that I forget I need to get 10,000 points, and I think it's 1,000. So I play the game until I get 1,000 points, and then I kill myself. And then I go to the high score screen, and I get very upset. And yeah, there's not much else to say. I'm going to open up the Wikipedia page for this game now. And we're going to see if I was right about what I think happens. Let's see, Duology. I have all tabs open already, because I'm prepared. Duology is a minigame. Graphical soundtrack is available from one of the game's arcade games scattered around the... The core mechanics of Duology in similar to Asteroids... The core mechanics of Duology in similar to Asteroids, in which the oh, fuck me, this fucking GTA wiki. Alright, The ship is capable of firing animation and it can activate rocket boot. Yeah, so the movement and the gameplay core is like Asteroids, which a game I'm very familiar with. So you travel a spaceship in a flat plane and you can boost and you don't have like... There's no friction, I guess. You keep traveling. Actually, and maybe there is friction in this game. I'm not sure, but in Asteroids there isn't. Well, there is a little bit, isn't there? As opposed to simply destroying approaching objects, gameplay in Duality is centered around the concept of obtaining black, negative, or white, positive points, represented by small and large spheres colored black and white that the player ship may encounter. Large spheres have their own gravitational force that affect movement of the player's ship. White spheres push the player away, while black ones pull the player towards them. If the ship touches a large black sphere, the ship's health will deplete and eventually result in the ship exploding, entering the game. In contrast, any contact with a white sphere will replenish the ship's health. Yeah, okay, I was right. The player may shoot any large sphere for points. Destroying a black sphere will award the player 10 white points, while destroying a white one will award the player with 10 black points. Smaller spheres are actually indestructible pickups that replenish the ship's energy bar, but their effect on the player's score varies between black and white. Contact with a white sphere will award the player 5 white points, black one will award black points. Okay, that's all they do, really. It's like no negativity to the... They both just give you... Both just refill the energy bar, if the player has a white score, the player will lose 1 point for each bullet shot, thus requiring the player to employ some degree of precision to maintain the score count. Wait, what? Only if you have a white score, but not a black one? What? That's odd. With these rules in mind, the player can choose to aim for a high white score or a high black score, each presenting slightly different challenges to the player. Gameplay prioritizing white score tends to be easier as there is no significant penalty to destroy the black spheres. Gameplay prioritizing a high black score, however, discourages destruction of black spheres but impose no score penalty firing animation. What? Surely it's bad to fire at any of them? Am I missing something? I don't understand that. It'd be bad to shoot the wrong colour no matter which one you're going for. What? It's also for this reason that the game keeps tabs of both the 10 highest white scores and the 10 highest black scores. The only minigame in the GTA series to have 2 high score lists. Okay, so basically my assessment of the game through playing it was correct, at least to GTA wikis. Maybe there's some like super secret hidden ending or something, but I highly doubt it. Yeah. This game sucks. I don't know if you've noticed by now. It's fucking awful. I am at 771 points. 760 points. That was a pretty bad shot. And I like to think of myself pretty good at games, you know. I played this for, what was it, like 3 minutes, and I figured out exactly how the gameplay mechanics functioned and everything. So I like to think I'm pretty good at things like this. And I am still under 1,000 points. How long into this video am I? I don't know how long I've been playing this game for, but it's probably like 10 minutes now. How the flying fuck are you supposed to get 10,000 points in 2 goes? You're supposed to get 10,000 points in white and 10,000 points in black. How? That must take fucking hours. So yeah, needless to say, I do not get the high score in this game, in this episode. I guess I will have to at some point, but I'm fucking not doing it now. Yeah. That's all I have to say about this, really. It's pretty bad. Interesting concept. Executed incredibly poorly. Why is the high score 10,000, you arsehole devs? But again, they probably spent like literally a day working on this, I don't know. Should I speed up the video? Should I just let you watch me fly around, shoot things, lose points constantly? Why do you only lose points on the white team? That seems like an oversight to me. That can't be a gameplay decision, right? Maybe if I was playing black, I might notice a significant difference and understand why. Maybe it's just because shooting black spears is easier because it pulls you into them. So maybe they felt like they needed to balance it by making it so if you're on the white team, you actually lose points by shooting. So if you're on the black team, you can take like more shots at the white ones because it's harder to get closer to the white ones. But that's it. Oh, I guess. Oh yeah. Okay. So okay, I understand. So the penalty the Wikipedia article was talking about, the Wikia article was talking about, is that even if you're going for black points, you're not allowed. So if you're going for black points, you're not allowed to destroy. Yeah, here I'm killing myself. You're not allowed to destroy the black circles, but the black circles are the ones that kill you. So that makes it more difficult. So they felt like they had to balance it and make it so white you lose point. Yeah, okay. Anyway, as you can see, I come to the realization that it's 10,000. So I type the word fuck and move on with my life. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about this. Why is it 10,000, not 1,000? Okay. So, yeah, I gotta play 10,000 2 times, basically, for this minigame. I don't want to. Fuck this minigame. And here I express my anger with this minigame by attaching several satchels to it and blowing it up. The usual. For some reason that satchel landed there, though. It was kind of weird. Wonderful. And now for the last minigame, which I didn't think was a different minigame because it has the Go-Go Space Monkey arcade cabinet. So yeah, this is when I check to... I'm going to cut this pause out, I think. But yeah, this is when I go check to make sure that this is the correct arcade machine because that is the wrong cabinet. Okay, pause cut out. Yeah, so this is... They crawled from Uranus. And the high score is 250,000. So I looked at that and thought, double take. Yeah, okay, fuck that. So this is the crawled from Uranus. I feel like I should know what game this is ripping off or what genre it is. I know it's a very famous one, but I actually don't know the name of it, so I'm going to look it up quick. But yeah, this is Gyrus. That's it. Yeah, very simple game. You fly in a circle, and enemies spawn from the center, and you need to shoot them. And when you shoot 3 full waves, you pick up a little token thing. So you can see there, I died, but I've still picked up the token. And then you warp to the next level. Whoa! And then the next level, more enemies spawn, and they're slightly faster, slightly harder, but they give slightly more points. And that's it. Not really much else to say about this game. It's certainly not the worst game. This is the second best game there is, but it's still very far from the B game for me, personally. I know a lot of people that actually played Gyrus and stuff are probably pretty annoyed at me, and I'm probably not even pronouncing that correctly, but yeah, I really didn't like this game that much. Warping, whoa! See, I played for a little bit to see if I could possibly get 250,000, but yeah, spoilers, I don't get anywhere fucking close, so I just give up and leave this for another day. Yeah, it does seem like the score definitely ramps up the more levels you warp through, but it would still take a lot of actual effort to beat this, and that's not what this episode's about, man. This episode's about being lazy. So yeah, I didn't do that. Wow, holy crap, I'm just reading the GTA Wiki article. The game's double entry title, Uranus equals your anus, appears to mirror the design of the game. Wow, holy shit, what insight. I had no idea that was the fucking joke. Jesus Christ. Yes, it's a Uranus joke. Whoa, well done. Yeah, I don't have anything interesting to say about this. Seems okay. Some nice sprite scaling and rotation technology. I bet this game, I'm gonna read the actual Gyrus article about it. I bet it's because when it was released, they were showing off their rotation, their sprite scaling and rotation technology. So they made this game. Reading the article. Reading. Oh, the guy that made it was fired after the release of the game. That sucks. Gyrus is notable for using stereo sound, which according to the bonus material for the Konami Arcade Classics was achieved by utilizing discrete audio circuits. Oh, so it was an actual arcade machine. Yeah, there's nothing on this Wikipedia article about it, but yeah. Anyway, it seems extremely obvious to me. It's a rip of Galaga. Galaga? Yeah, Galaga, I know what that game is. That's the one that started Ridge Racer. But yeah, it seems obvious to me, at least from playing this. I haven't actually watched actual gameplay of this. Let's actually Google this and watch a bit of a video. Whoa, that's loud. Oh no, wow, it actually looks way cooler in the actual video game. Dude, nice. Look at that, sprite scaling and rotation, whoa. Yeah, so I still stand by it. It's probably just to show off that sprite scaling and rotation technology they had at the time. When did this come out, like the 80s? 1983, yeah. Makes sense. Gameplay is still happening, by the way, while I was talking about this. I'm at 19,000 points. I need 250,000. Just like to point that out. Fuck that. Wow, I haven't taken any damage for ages, have I? I've been at like 20% health on my second life for ages, I think. Or was it 40? I don't remember. Maybe I just took a hit a minute ago. But yeah, fuck this game. This game's boring too. The second best, but still third worst. If I want to put it like that. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Don't have much else to say, really. This is the last arcade machine. That's it. Let's just sit back and watch. Oh, I'm like a tenth of the way there. Look, only 100,000 more points to go on. Oh, not quite. But, 200,000 more points. 225,000 more points. God, how can I not do that maths? It's too early. I recorded this at like 7 o'clock. The gameplay. Well, maybe it was like 8 o'clock, I don't remember. The save file will tell me. And it's currently 10:30 in the morning. So this is my time I usually start streaming when I'm kind of sleepy and stuff. And I'm like editing and publishing this video. So yeah, the reason I decided to make a lazy episode, I guess I can talk about that, is because I've been a bit stressed lately with stuff. I won't go into detail. And I just wanted to take a break from this, I guess, without actually breaking the cycle of releasing Wednesday, Sunday. So I decided to push this episode out. It's a very simple episode, but at least it's an episode, right? Would you rather I did this, or would I have missed an episode? I may, in some time in the future, decide to just cut down to one a week if I can't maintain it, but I've been maintaining it okay from this point. So I'd like to think I can keep doing it. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to take a break, so I decided to just do all these simple little things. And also, later in the day, if I feel like I have enough time, I can obviously start working on the next episode. And then I can finally, my dream is get ahead of myself and be like one episode ahead of the time. It will impact my ability to respond to YouTube comments, because it'll be delayed by one episode. Thank God I finally died. But yeah, and I'm typing OK. I accidentally type OKJ. But that's how I feel about this game. It's okay. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully I'll get ahead of myself. We'll see what happens. I probably won't. Yeah. Fuck that game. Fuck Duology. Yeah. So arcade machine's done. Woo. So next on the agenda is the nightclub dances. And as you can imagine, there is a problem with dancing to music on YouTube, and that's that I'm going to get copyright flagged. So before I edited this video, by the way, pause buffer. Before I edited this video, I uploaded this clip of where I do all the dances to YouTube to see what would happen to the copyright. So I can read it to you. It got copyrighted content, and it says you have 3 copyright claims on your video. Viewing restrictions unavailable on some devices. So your video can't be played on some devices. This can include mobile phones, video gaming consoles, or set-top boxes. Monetization, can't monetize it, so I can't put my own adverts on there. And, you know, the copyright holders of the free songs are playing their own adverts, right? But it makes it the problem. Like I would be fine with taking no ad money for one episode, right, for the sake of being able to listen to music. But the problem is it makes it unavailable to view on mobile and other devices. And so many people send me, like, you know, tell me about it when that happens and there's a problem and stuff. So I decide not to do it. So instead, we have this. Alright, doing this in one take. It's gonna be awful. Prepare your mute buttons. 1, 2, 3 and to the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and the Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up, cause you know we're about to rip shit up. Give me the microphone first, so I can burst like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach run together, down here in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G-thing, baby. 2 locked out niggas sober crazy. Death Row is the label that pays me. Undefendable, so please don't try to fade this. But I'm back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'ma let them understand. From a young G's perspective, and dig me out a bitch, so I have to find a contraceptive. You never know, she could be earning her man and learning her man at the same time as a burner's her man. Now you know I ain't got the shit, Lieutenant. Ain't no pussy good enough to get burnt while I'm popping it. Rich realer than real to Hollyfield. Now you hookers and hoes, now how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a puffer chunk, I'll make a small piece of some funky stuff. It's like this and like this, Anna. It's like this and like this and like that, Anna. It's like this and like that and like this, Anna. Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I'm damn near caught because my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time to make me an impression felt. Sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You never known to ride like this before, with a producer who can rap and control the maestro at the same time with the dope rhyme, the kick. You know how I flow with some old funky shit. To add to my collection, the selection of symbolizes dope. Take a toke, but don't choke. If you do, you have no clue. We eating by homie and snot do come up to. God, man, it's awful. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like this and who gives a fuck about those? Just chill to the next episode. God, that was terrible. I can't read fast enough. Terrible. Alright, this one's a little bit more my style, but it's probably still terrible, and it's still in one whole go. There we go. Hey, 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 what you got to say? Say hey, hey, hey. What you got to say? Hollywood, Hollywood swinging. Hollywood, Hollywood swinging. I remember not too long ago I went to the theater and I saw the Kool and the Gang show. I always wanted to fit into a band, to sing my songs and become a bad piano playing man. again. So here I am in Hollywood City, the city of the stars. Well, I guess I have to stay. Say hey, hey, hey. What you got to say? Heads hey, hey, hey. What you got to say? Hollywood, Hollywood swinging. Hollywood, Hollywood swinging. Funky town. Nasty. Rap, Godfather. Hey people, we gotta go over before we go under. Yeah, Lord. People, we gotta go over before we go under. Tree, you didn't say what you meant. You just changed to a brand new funky president. Stock market going up, jobs going down. Ain't no funky job to be found. Tax keep going up. I change from a glass, now I drink from a paper cup. That's people, we've got to get over before we go under. Listen to me. Let's get together and raise. Let's get together, get some land. Raise our food like the man. Save the money like the mob. Put up a factory, own the job. Wow. Tell him, Godfather. Hey, Lord. Hey, turn down your funk motor. Get sexy, get funky and dance. Love me, baby, love me nice. But don't make it once, make it twice. People, we gotta get over before we go under. People, well, before we go under. Turn on your funk motor, I know it's tough. Turn on your funk motor until you get enough. Hey, give yourself a chance to come through. Well, tell yourself, what can I do? I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that up with back to commentary. That's all 3 songs that you can play in the nightclub. I just walked back into the market to make sure there was no more songs and that I could replay the songs again, because I need to obviously get the perfect score in them, and I'll do that some other time, but not now, obviously. As we get audio back, yeah, and I get shot in the face. I decided to blow them up for no real reason. Yeah, that was that. I hope you enjoyed. That took about 2 hours. I hate that last song. That last song is just shit. It's just loads of random noises that just happen constantly all the way through. There's like random guitar sounds, and there's a flute that starts 1/3 of the way through. Like, the fuck? Like, fuck that song. Fuck it. Like, there's so many like different sounds and shit. I can't isolate them all in my headset and then replicate them. Like, how I did that, I listened to the song and I literally just made the noises. Anyway, I'm too fat, so here's a cool satchel jump to get over this wall. It's pretty good. Satchel jumps are cool. Don't think it redeems me for what I have just done, what I have just released to the internet. I'm not sure I'll ever hear the end of this, but that was that. Fuck YouTube, fuck copyright, But thanks for watching. I'll see you next episode. Bye.